Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new here, welcome back. Dak in the box here, and we are finishing up Fallout New Vegas. We only have a couple more episodes left to go before we're done with this. I'd say there's this one and maybe one more. This episode is going to be all about final preparations. We're gonna go into the Lucky 38, and we're gonna go pick up a companion.
Is it time?
I lied. We grabbed Boone instead. All right, fast travel to Vault 11. Not actually go in. Got some fire ants out here. Oh, we got some people out here. Nice. Alright, so it's right up here somewhere.
Stay out of the control room and enclosure, or there's gonna be trouble. Got it?
Oh. I'm sure that this isn't gonna work.
One of the rangers looked at me, and I just about surrendered.
Hey.
Here we go. That was a little too easy. I can't really think of anything else to do, so I might actually just do the last quest here. Alright, we'll go talk to Mr. House. We'll see what's up.
As you can see, Vegas is humming along. I've tested my C3I broadcasting arrays. Everything is in order. And just in time, as it turns out, the forces of Caesar's Legion are on the march, establishing a staging area east of the dam. Their assault could begin at any moment, so that's where you'll be heading, if you're ready. Hoover Dam. Precisely. You'll have no trouble joining the battle on their side, and they'll be too distracted to notice why you're really there. Your objective is to reach a control room halfway across the dam and install an override module similar to the one you used at the substation. The override will enable me to control the entire dam's power output. You may remember how the bunker at the fort was rather dimly lit. Well, just like the Lucky 38, it needs a big jolt of electricity to power up. You've already uploaded the new operating system to the Securitrons. All they need is power, and they'll be in fighting trim.
All right.
We've accomplished a great deal, you and I. One last task and our work is complete. I'll see you in the control room.
You are committing to fight for Mr. House the battle for Hoover Dam, which will determine the face of New Vegas for decades to come. If there's anything we want to do before you enter the battle, do it now, before you cross the point of no return. I'm ready. Oh boy, the dam's already on fire.
Install the override chip. You must get to the control room and install the override chip.
Alright. Ooh. Alright, we got some cons here. That was part of our original challenge, if you remember. We're supposed to get help from the cons and the boomers. And we got some cons. We got Boone right back there. I'm an awful shot. Let's heal up real quick. I'm not gonna lie, this is really intense. I've never seen this before, like I've never actually seen this, so this is interesting. Alright, so yeah, there's some cons fighting here, so that has been accomplished. Keep an eye out for the bomber. That's our other thing. Never got that fixed. Yikes. Blew it right off. Love that. We're over here firing off grenade rifles and shit. There it is. There's the bomber. Oh, that is sick. I love that. Oh, there's a couple more Legion guys. Boone, who are you? Oh. We're on both sides. I thought I killed him. Huh. Alright, we're in the control tower. Now you guys get to watch me get lost in here.
Stop right there. No one is allowed into the control room.
Oh. Are you guys gonna try to tell Boone he's not allowed in there? And so the chip.
I knew you'd make it. Resourceful as always. The override module is functioning properly. I'm rerouting power to the Securitron vault at the fort as we speak. I just need you to head over to the east power plant and manually activate the switch. When you return topside, I think you'll see that my Securitron army is a little more than the Legion was prepared to handle. Oh, and before you go, grab that printout spooling from the console here. Those papers set the terms for the NCR's unconditional surrender. I thought you might enjoy the honor of presenting them to the NCR's commanding officer once the Legion has been defeated. Cheers.
What a conniving prick. I love it. Alright, so where am I going? Legionaries in here. Good stuff. That's not where I wanted to be. I'm trying to get out, I think. Oh, now I get to see House's lovely face all over the place. I want to switch. Exit out of the east side of the dam. So I'm going to go straight.
Let's get going.
Out this door. Up these stairs. There's the vertibird. How do I get it? Right there.
You better get moving, kid. There's bad guys to kill.
Hannibal Johnson, there's Dr. Henry. There's Krieger. Bro, this is fantastic. I love this. Guy just got turned into ash. Some Securitrons lighting things up. This is such a cool little scene. Oh. Alright, we'll follow these two Securitrons. I'm sure they'll clear us a path. Oh, okay, those two are coming with. Sick. Alright, I need a gun with more ammo. Nice. Gotta keep burning through these guys. Definitely a lot easier than I made it seem. Ah, I missed.
You like that?
Good stuff. I love the crotchety old man in the background. You like that?
Eat this. Retribution!
Ow. That was a heck of a punch. I don't think I'm gonna need any of the money after this or anything like that. I'm really just trying to loot ammo to make sure that I have more than enough for this particular fight. Because this is it, you know? Whoa, that's not doing anything to this guy. What in the world? Ow. Ooh, I need stim packs. Get him, Johnson. Oh man, I got like KO'd. Okay, that's not working either.
Retribution!
Oh, I'm not about to die to these punks. How is he still not dead? Oh, wow. That was a really big explosion. Oh my goodness. Bruh. Finally. Oh. I shot Boone. What am I supposed to be doing? Murdering everybody. I don't think I was ready for this part of the fight. It's a tent flap. How does it lock from the other side? How does it lock from either side? Where's the boys? Oh. Boone's still unconscious. Okay. Ooh. No, I don't want to kill the Brahmin. I want to kill this pansy who just ran away. All right. Now we get to go and tell Jennifer Oliver, or yeah, Jennifer, General Oliver to get wrecked. All right, Boone's back up. Good deal. You'll love to see it. Corpses all over the place. I'm not entirely sure what happened to Cannibal Johnson and Dr. Henry. I'm gonna come back up here real quick, make sure neither of them is here. I don't see either of them. Oh, yep, there's Cannibal Johnson. Shoot. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure what happened to Doc Henry. I must have accidentally... Whoa! Okay.
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen the kind of work you've laid down today. A damn long time. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kick dirt running east like a choir of angels to my ears. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? What the fuck was that? Some kind of thumb of God you called down? Amazing. Fucking amazing. Could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the east like jacks. Give those plum fucks the what for. Gambling? What, you looking to start a game now that the smoke's died down? What is this Brahmin shit? I'm not getting the feeling we're all about to sing Kumbaya here.
That's because we're not. Singing isn't necessary, but I do have a paper for you to sign.
What the hell are you talking about? What is this? The free economic zone of New Vegas? What the hell does that mean? Oh, wait, here we go. Demands NCR's immediate withdrawal. Withdraw? Like fucking hell we're withdrawing. We just held the dam. We didn't do it to let it go. This paper of yours isn't fit to wipe my ass. If you think after all that's happened, I'm going to grab my ankles and take it like the Legion. You know I won't surrender the dam. And certainly not to the ghost man of Vegas and his new right hand of the week.
A lot of really good dialogue options here.
We held this place for years. Kicked one-legged out of here so hard Caesar burned him to a crisp. It's our post. We've fought for it. I'll fight for it again today. If you're looking to convince me otherwise, you better have a lot more reasons than you just telling me to go. If that's your idea of diplomacy, then things are looking miles better on my side of the fence. Looking to make a deal then? All right, let's hear it. You sure got its heart beating in new ways. But that just makes me want all of it, not handouts. So you're saying without you, Hoover Dam just beats slower and dies? I believe it. I saw it myself this day. You woke it up, true enough. Still, even power from the dam, that's not enough to wash the salt out of the wound here. It only benefits NCR and the Mojave, not the West. No. You tricked us once, and taking more gifts from you deeper into NCR is just asking for trouble by my book. I think you're cashed out enough that my chances are pretty good. And like I said, I'm not leaving the dam now the Legion's been broken. Over here.
Well, shit. The Securitrons just melted him.
You know, I've had thousands of employees in my time. Few met my expectations. Fewer still surpassed them. Your performance has been nothing short of spectacular. If I have need for a specialist of your stripe again, I'll know just where to turn. Back to Vegas, shall we? I really should do something about that monorail with all the new resources at hand. I can make sure it not only runs, but runs on time. Always bothered me, the imprecision. No need to worry about the General's accident, by the way. A mercy, really, sparing him the disgrace of surviving his nation's defeat. President Kimball may long to avenge his friend's death, but he won't be president long enough to do anything about it. Vegas might see a dip in revenue for a few months, half a year. But soon enough, the tourists and their money will be pouring in. Vegas will be a shining jewel in the middle of the desert, an oasis of light, a beacon to show mankind the way to the stars. This is just the start, you see. This is where it all begins.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. Mr. House's Securitron army took control of Hoover Dam and the Strip, pushing both the Legion and the exhausted NCR out of New Vegas. Mr. House continued to run New Vegas his way, a despotic vision of pre-war glory. The streets were orderly, efficient, cold. New Vegas continued to be the sole place in the wasteland where fortunes were won and lost in the blink of an eye. The courier, fair and kind-hearted to those in the wasteland, ensured that Mr. House would keep New Vegas stable and secure for future generations. Mr. House afforded him every luxury at his disposal in the Lucky 38, out of gratitude and a quiet sense of pride for his choice in lieutenants.
Tabitha and Rhonda went east, through Caesar's land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their way back west, though few believed them. Eventually, the stories concerning the duo were collected and published, and proved to be quite popular with children.
Invigorated by his travels with the courier, Raul once more took up his guns in memory of his lost Rafaela. Soon after, the Mojave was filled with tales of the ghost vaquero who hunts down those who prey on the weak.
Mr. House showed little interest on the boomers, who eventually began venturing out to Nellis to meet and trade with travelers.
Buried beneath tons of rubble, the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel was no more. Those few who were outside the Hidden Valley bunker when it was destroyed settled into new lives, or headed west to find a new chapter to join.
Though she'd seen the writing on the wall, the destruction of the Mojave Brotherhood came far more suddenly than Veronica had expected. The news devastated her. Despite her best efforts to leave her past behind, she found herself compelled to make one final journey to Hidden Valley. There, she paid her last respects to the only family she had ever known.
The Fiends staged an attack against Camp McCarran during the Second Battle at Hoover Dam. During the NCR's retreat, the Fiends overwhelmed many of the troopers before Mr. House's Securitrons could deal with them.
Though Arcade was proud to have been one of the defenders who turned back the Legion at Hoover Dam, he was crushed by Mr. House's ascent to power. Saddened by the loss of life and liberty in the area, Arcade left the Mojave Wasteland for parts unknown. He was never heard from again.
Travelers continued to stop by Goodsprings Source for water on the Long 15, but rarely would anyone venture into the ruins of Goodsprings itself. Those who did were almost always tourists, come to visit the graveyard where the courier rose from the dead.
The slaughter of the Van Graffs and the Crimson Caravan caused no end of trouble for NCR back west. Already struggling, NCR's supply line suffered further as the two caravans withdrew support until the massacre in the east was resolved. Cass lived to see Hoover Dam in its old world glory, humming with power the likes of which the Mojave had never seen. Vegas burned brighter than ever. Securitrons filled the streets, and Cass's heart skipped, just a little. Her last words were to the dam, and to herself. We were going full speed ahead, but facing backwards the whole time.
After their suicidal last stand at Hoover Dam, the Great Khan ceased to exist as a tribe. The few surviving members dispersed, joining up with other tribes and gangs across the Mojave, and quickly forgot their heritage.
Though a cure for the Nightkin schizophrenia was eventually found, it became a case of too little, too late for Jacobstown. Disgruntled by the death of their leader, Keen, most of the Nightkins scattered into the wasteland, their insanity worsening with each day. Jacobstown, constantly on guard for anti-mutant reprisals, never truly prospered.
Encouraged by the courier to take her medication regularly, Lily's mind eventually attained a semblance of clarity. Her memories dulled by the pills, she cast aside the recording of her grandchildren, no longer remembering its significance.
Flush with his victory, Mr. House sent Securitrons into Freeside, thinking to increase his control over the area. When fighting broke out, the Kings fought valiantly, but were no match for the armored killing machines, and were wiped out to the last man.
Revitalized by Violetta's brain, Rex eventually learned to balance the memories of his old life with Violetta's experiences among the brutal fiends. His mind had difficulty adjusting, but Rex eventually found peace with his new, more vicious self.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Though NCR was withdrawing from the region, Boone remained in New Vegas, finding work as a security guard and caravan scout along the highways. While he might have preferred rejoining his old unit, Boone couldn't bring himself to abandon the city where he'd met his wife.
The NCR, battered by the loss of the dam, were unable to devote any troops to retaking the correctional facility from the Powder Gangers. As a result, Powder Ganger raids on caravans became an unfortunate fact of life in the Mojave for years to come.
Armed with a wide array of improvised explosives and stolen weapons, the Vault 19 Powder Gang tormented the Mojave wasteland for years. Citizens of the NCR were favorite targets, and they always suffered the worst fates.
After Hoover Dam, Sheriff Myers runs Prim with his own style of frontier justice. He deals with most folks fairly, but now and then someone winds up dead with little to no evidence against them.
After their bold arrival at Hoover Dam, the remnants disappeared as quickly as they came. Legends of their power spread throughout the Southwest, a reminder of why people once feared the sight of vertibirds in the sky.
And so the Courier's Road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for checking the series out. It has been a blast, and I am incredibly grateful for those of you who've been around for this series, because it's been a heck of a time. I know that there was a lot of inconsistency with the publishing schedule, but I promise that is I'm working on it. I swear I'm working on it, and I'm getting a lot better with it. But so the next series will start next week. It'll start on Monday. That is the 15th, and we will be playing LA Noire. So thank you guys again. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you thought this series was fantastic and you want to see more, and hit the bell icon to get notified when new videos drop so you don't miss anything. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next series.